Hello there, Lanne and whoever else might at some point see this. Today, just wanted to give you a very, very amateurish and introductory glance at how I edit videos. Lanne, I know you specifically asked to do a little walkthrough thing, preferably on mic. But I figured this would be helpful too, since you can rewind and watch it over again and all that good stuff, and other people might want it at some point, so yeah, I'm doing a thing. Okay, so first of all, I'm using OpenShot Video Editor. It's a free Windows editing program. I don't know if it comes on Mac or not, but you know, for anybody who has a Mac, I don't think you do, Lanne, but if anybody has a Mac that ends up watching it, I don't know if this program is available, but iMovie's better anyway. So on Windows, though, this is a pretty strong free alternative to things like Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere. Those programs are better, as one would expect, when they have a several $100 price tag, but OpenShot can get most things done. Now here I've started a video already. This here, the SoLevel60.mp4, this is my original video that I made on PS4. So the way that I do my videos is I save clips on the PS4, and then I edit those clips together all in Share Factory with music and with ending title screen. I think I put that in there. Yeah, all that stuff. I do all that in Share Factory. Then I export it. I've been using USB because it doesn't have the quality dip that it would have to upload to YouTube and then download again. So this is all this file is here. Now, there's a lot of different panels up here. Basically, this is your project files. So anything that you're using in this project, you need to drop it in here first, and then we have a little preview window. So I'll just show you the very beginning, just so you can see what it the end product
I don't want anything.
gets to.
Can you go?
So all I did in order to achieve this, you'll see here I've got this green screen from iDubbbz, which I downloaded from his website. So all I did was pop that into the second track here, and then edited down the part that I wanted, because this is like I don't even know how long. I think it's like an 8-minute compilation of various things. So all I did was plop this in here, edit down to the clip that I wanted, and then in OpenShot, what you do is pop over to the Effects tab, and they have a number of different effects, one of them being Chroma Key. You just grab Chroma Key over and drop it onto the clip to make it a green screen clip. Now, if you're using OpenShot, then there is another step here. After you drop the Chroma Key on there, you need to click the little C icon so that you can tell it what color to treat as the green screen, because it can technically remove any color. Obviously, green is, and specifically this green, is optimal because it's not really a hue in any other color that might be in your image, like a fleshy tone or whatever. So green's obviously best, but you can try using other colors if you need to. And then the fuzz property here is what increases or decreases the amount of reduction for the green screen. So for instance, if I set this to 0, that's the original video clip essentially of iDubbbz. So it's just got this green screen in there. So depending on the clip that you're using, you'll have to adjust accordingly. I find that around 200 is about the lowest that setting can go, and actually I had it at 200 before, but from here I can see green over here. The problem with OpenShot is it is a open source kind of, just edited by people that have time to go in there and do updates and stuff, so it's not the most professional. And the green screen is one of the places where it really shows. Oh god, yeah, see, now I'm taking people's faces out. Gotta back that off, that's a bit extreme. But now that the images are both there and okay, there's little bits of green here and there, so that's kind of shitty. but it is what it is, I guess. So the way that I do it is I tend to have 3 tracks. I drop my main video here on track 1. Green screen stuff, I pop on track 2. Generally speaking, in the programs that I've used in the past, and definitely in OpenShot, you have to have green screen above the video that you're putting it into. Whatever actually has the green screen that you're going to cut out has to be on top, because it's going to lay this clip over this clip, if that makes sense. So whichever one has visual priority has to be on top, so that when it cuts out the green, then it has whatever's in the video below it in that section. If you were to switch these, then you wouldn't actually see anything having to do with the green screen, because this video would take priority and there's no green screen effects in that. So I use the top one for green screen, this one for my video, and this one for audio. So now real quick, I'm going to show you also how I get all my different Mimi clips. Let's see, here I got some Shia LaBeouf.
Do it! Just do it!
That's fun. A couple audio effects here and there. So one thing that I did here is I wanted to freeze frame this exact moment when I got caught by the little light beam there while rolling. So what you do for that is just highlight the moment, right click, and then you can go to time, freeze, and you can select for how long. So I actually fucked up how long to freeze it, so that's why the second one exists. It should just be one clip, but I got my timings wrong. So there's that. Now over here, also in this whole section, you can ignore most of these things depending on what you're doing, but there's a couple important things. Volume is a big one. If you need to edit clips, because obviously when you're overlaying multiple things, it's not going to really balance out right the first time. And then scale's interesting too. So basically what I did was I made sure that the beginning of this clip was at a scale of 1. So that's just 100%, it's the original clip. And then at the end of the clip, I added it being at 1.5, so that it does this sort of zoom in effect. And I did the same thing for the second clip. So fun little way to freeze time and zoom in there. And I think this is the last edit that I'd put in here. So now we'll just do a couple of things. So let's just zoom through. Okay, so here I notice this guy is doing a whole lot of running away. So what I'm going to do, and I apologize, I don't have my second screen being captured, but I'll go ahead and bring this over here. So I just have a folder on one of my drives with all my memes. These are all the memes that I've collected thus far, and I want Scorpion from Mortal Kombat saying, "Get over here." So we'll pop that in there, get rid of that. Alright, now I'm not sure exactly where I want it, so I am going to just kind of look through, running, doing a couple turn and burns here and there. Alright, I think I'm going to put it about there. So just pop that onto track 0. Get over here! Excellent. Cool. So with stuff like that, with some of those audio files, it's really damn easy. You just plop it in there and you're good to go. Might have to tweak the volumes a bit, but I'm not going to do that right this moment. Oh yeah, and I'm about to get plunged by a blue out of nowhere. Yeah, hello, Mr. Blue. So for that, I would like a surprise, motherfucker. Alright, so I'm just going to drag that in from that meme folder. Same thing. Pop it there. Alright, now there's a couple problems here. One is, there's all this dead space at the beginning of the clip, so I'm going to go ahead and shorten that up a bit and see how that lays out. Still a tiny bit of extra clip there. I took a little bit too much off there. Okay, so that is good in terms of when it comes in, but it's completely inaudible. So I'm also going to have to come in here to the volume and give that a bit of a boost. Now what's going to eventually end up happening, I'll have to go through this entire thing again, because OpenShot has a problem where when it exports video, it maxes out the sound in some capacity. So having something 3 times the volume like this, it'll actually be blown out when it exports. So I'm going to have to go back and actually, in order to make this louder, I'll have to make everything else a bit quieter. But I'm not going to do that right now.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Right now I just want that in there, so that's good. And let's see. Okay, so for these chaps, there was some serious, just psychotic lag going on. So I want to have that old school internet connection sound that everybody likes. So what I'll show you here now is how to get the memes that I have. My process for getting them. So I'm going to go, what even is that? Old internet sound. Thank you. Sound of dial-up. That sounds right. Let's have a listen. Yep, this is a good sound. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link here for the video. And let's open a new tab here. Go to onlinevideoconverter.com. This is a free-to-use website that converts any YouTube video into either an MP3 or MP4 file. So now, this is a secure quote-unquote website. There is not any malicious stuff going on here. Not going to get any viruses from using it. However, it links to a lot of virusy malware bullshit. So just be careful when you're on here. If it ever opens another tab, just close it. If it ever comes up with ads, just X out, whatever you need to do. Don't follow any link that's on this website because it's a lot of shit. But the website itself is fine. So I'm going to paste the link in here, and then I could change my format if I wanted to. So it's not just MP3 and MP4. I meant more like audio or video, but they have quite a few different formats there. I'm good with an MP3, so I'm going to go ahead and just start. It's going to convert the YouTube video that I plugged in. It's going to suck the audio out of it and spit it out as an MP3 download. And there it is. So now we'll just download this bad boy. And wait for it. There it goes. Alright. So now, all I'm going to do is drop this. Oh dear, my folder went away. Okay. I'm going to have the folder on the other screen, but I'm going to drop this into my memes folder, and then I can come back over here and drop it straight into the project, and now I can add it here. So that's how I get all of my stuff, by the way. So everything in this folder, which is anything that I use in videos, it's a constantly growing video, but constantly growing folder rather, but all of this stuff I got it by all that stuff I got by the method that I just showed you. So by looking up the YouTube video and then popping it into this website, Online Converter, and downloading it from there. So yeah, then all I had to do was drop it on in there. That's good to go. Sound clip done. I'm not going to worry about whether it's in the right spot or not right now. And then this back half of the video, I don't think I'm going to add anything to. I think I'm just going to let this be what it is. So I think that that's it for this video, other than making some little adjustments and whatnot, which for the most part I don't need to show you. One other thing that I'll show you is on the green screen. So you'll notice a couple things about this Shia LaBeouf thing. First of all is where he's at on the screen. And second of all is how he comes in and how he leaves.
Do it! Just do it!
Alright, so what happened there is, number one, let's wait till he actually gets on here. There he is. Hello, Mr. LaBeouf. So I have modified the scale and location. So if I just pop Shia in here, for example, which I'll just go ahead and toss him back in here because this is not a very long clip. It's not going to interfere with anything. So if I just toss him in here, this is what it comes up with in the first place. It's, you know, he's taking up the entire screen pretty much. He's huge and in the middle, and obviously the green's there. So we add the chroma key effect in order to get rid of the green, and then I modified the scale X and Y values here, and also the location X and Y values. So that way, so I reduced him down, his size was 30% reduced, and then I modified the location just to position him where I wanted to on the screen. You can put that anywhere you want. You can flip things upside down with rotation or sideways or whatever to have stuff like poke out from the side or from the top, whatever you want to do. There's a lot of cool ways you can implement that. And then the other thing that I did is in the right-click menu here, you have a lot of different options, but one of them is you can fade, start of clip, end of clip, or entire clip, which will do in and out, either at the beginning and at the end, or the entire clip is a continual fade in / fade out. So that's all I did for this, was just threw in the fade entire clip and just in and out. I don't remember if I did slow or fast. I think it was fast because it's a relatively quick transition, but you can do it either way you want. And there's a few other things in here. I don't really use most of these options, honestly, other than slice, which splits clips up. So that's, for instance, where, let me just get rid of that. I don't need that around. Where this happens here, this freeze frame. So the freeze frame doesn't actually split the clip at all. So what I did was I did the freeze frame, and then I marcated the first spot that it froze, and then went into slice. So that'll separate one clip into two, and you can choose to keep both sides. So that just cuts a hash right in between, right at the marker that you set, but it keeps both video pieces. Or if it's a situation where, say, you're editing an invasion in here instead of on the PS4, and you want to cut off, you know, the loading screen or something, you can do a slice and then just keep the left side, you know, for the invasion that happened, and it'll delete the right side. Or you can do it the same way here if you want to cut the beginning off something. So those are more kind of situational, but that way you can pop some stuff in there. And honestly, that's about it. One warning: if you decide to use OpenShot, transitions, I've found crash the program every time that I use them. If I try to throw, say, like a fade in there to fade between clips, the program crashes. Did a bit of research on that. Doesn't seem like that's too common. It might just be the particular build I have. I might have to go in and update something, but just a warning. Out of the box, it might do that for you, because I just downloaded this program, you know, within the last week, so I don't think there's been any updates since then. But yeah, that's about it. One other thing, so went over what these little sections are here. You can resize these however you want. If you want more of this space, you don't care about the preview or more preview, you can have more of this available or less of this available. It all just depends on what you want. So that's entirely up to your discretion. You can also get rid of different sections entirely. Like if you're sure that you're done with adding any project files, you can just X that, and that'll just be gone, which can free up a bit more space. So that's something for you. And yeah, the only final kind of warning with this program specifically is that what you see in the preview is not what you get when you export. So it's pretty imperative that after you export, you watch the resulting video and make sure that there's no problems. because like I said, sometimes the audio gets blown out on certain clips if they're, you know, too far over just a volume 1. That can happen. I've also had it happen a couple times recently. It was just yesterday. I haven't had it happen so far today, and it hasn't happened before yesterday, but it did happen a couple times yesterday where when I exported, there was a lag in the exported video. Video and audio. There was just like a chop in it for no reason. And I just re-exported it, and there was still a chop, but it was in a different place. So I had to export the video like 3 or 4 times and just watch for chops. And eventually there was nothing bad there, so it was fine. Just kind of a pain in the ass. So that's that's OpenShot / the way that I edit videos. So hopefully this was helpful and not just rambly nonsense. And yeah, let me know if you have questions.